Alright, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the possibly an upcoming Sandman series that they've been talking about. It came up, they announced this like a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to talk about it because, I don't know, well, I wanted to talk about it, but I wasn't able to. Um, had other things going on and whatnot. So, about this series. Now, they're talking about putting this on the CW, which is where my problem comes in. CW has some pretty decent shows. You know, Smallville's alright. Supernatural I like a lot. They're even talking about getting the people who worked on Supernatural to work on this series. But the thing about Sandman is there's two problems with this. Uh, they need a big special. They need a very reasonable special effects budget for this, and there's a lot of overtones of stuff like rape in here and things of that nature. And it's also a very intellectual series, and I really don't think, you know, I'm not trying to talk down on the general audience, but I really don't think the general audience will be interested in something like this. But then again, you know, stuff like, you know, Supernatural has done good. You know, the Supernatural stuff is really in right now, so I could be wrong. This series very well could take off, but like I said, I just don't know. With, you know, with CW, they tend to, you know, tone stuff down a little bit, and I really don't want them to do that with Sandman. I think if they're gonna do this series, they should probably put it on something like, let's see, HBO. HBO would be great. They were, you know, they were thinking about doing that with Preacher and stuff like that. And I'm glad DC is looking to adapt other series besides their mainstream stuff, which is what I want them to, you know, to do in the first place. But like I said, with Sandman, it's, you know, you got to worry about the special effects and the, you know, being intellectual and stuff like that. But I am all for this. I really am. I really hope this does go through. I really hope it turns out good. As far as who can play the different enlists, I don't know. I don't have anybody, and I know a lot of people have put Keanu Reeves and stuff like that as Dream, but I don't see that. I mean, he could do it, but I would rather see a new face. And you know, it's good to see that they're looking to stuff like, you know, vertical titles. I wouldn't mind, you know, they're still talking about Preacher. They're still talking about, I've heard some talks about Hellblazer and things of that nature. But I really think a Sandman series in vertical titles should be more on a network or something like even FX. I'd even say FX would probably it'll probably do better on that network, just because they allow more things than, say, the CW. Because, you know, Smallville, for what it is, it's all right, and it's evolved as a show. They've allowed a lot of stuff to happen on that show, such as, you know, blood and all that. But even, you know, Sandman is a series that goes deeper than just violence and stuff like that. It has a lot of good things in it that I don't want the network to take out, and, you know, and things of that nature. I'm hoping Neil Gaiman is involved in this heavily. I know he was talking about doing a death movie for a while, and I guess I don't know what's going on with that. But as far as this goes, I really want him to be heavily involved in it, Neil Gaiman, and I want it to be a network that's going to allow them to do whatever they need to do in order to make this show work. And that's my thoughts on this subject. And really, I have nothing else to say because it's all just speculation at this point. Uh, like I said, they've tried to do Preacher, that didn't fall through. Uh, there's been talks of Hellblazer series that didn't go through, and now this. I hope this does go through, and I hope it is successful. And that's really all I can say.